Okay, is, your car here? I just want to see if you're gonna. I understand that you have requested a hearing on a car that belongs to you, that apparently was not driven by you. And, the reason that the car was towed is that the driver, has a license, okay? So, I'll hear from the officer first, you can ask some questions, and then you can testify if you wish to, understand? Okay. Only swear the testimony is not gives the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
So, I'm here to you about the towing of a vehicle on November 11th. Okay.
Okay, so on November 11th, I was so employed as a police officer, City of Medford, County of Jackson. Time of the date, I was in full uniform with my badge prominently displayed in a marked patrol vehicle. On that day, I was sitting on Stewart Ave, east of Barnett, when I observed a So on that day, I was parked on Stewart Avenue, Stewart Avenue, east of Riverside, when I observed the vehicle, black vehicle driven by Terrence Carr. I believe Terrence Carr had a suspended driver's license. So, trying to catch up to the vehicle, I confirmed with dispatch. I was trying to confirm that his driving status was still suspended. While waiting for that, I observed the vehicle cross over the white solid body line. And then as the vehicle turned north onto Logan, it crossed over the double solid yellow line, at which point I performed the traffic stop.
Then what happened to the vehicle?
And after that, I did confirm that the driver, the sole occupant, Terrence Carr, with his driving status was suspended. As soon as I confirmed his driving status was suspended, I requested a code for WWS.
Do you have any questions of this witness?
Yes. Well, first of all, when you say you went over the white line, there is no white line.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is not to argue with what he
Okay.
says, okay?
I just-
Excuse me, you're gonna listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the time for you to ask questions concerning whether or not the car that you own was being driven by a suspended driver, okay? Period. It's nothing to do with the white lines or anything, okay?
Okay.
Were you there?
I showed up later.
You were not there, were you?
No.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. You can be excused. Now it's your turn. If you wish to testify, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you give the whole truth.
I see what this is supposed to be for.
Okay.
Did you still need me here?
This
You
hearing.
still need me?
Sit there. Go ahead.
I wasn't listening to what you said.
I asked the officer to please get my car. I would pay for the fee that, because they had already called the tow truck. I would pay for that. Would they please give me a chance to get my car? I will never let my son drive my car. He was fixing my car because I don't have money for a mechanic. And that's the reason he was behind my wheel. Other than that, he wouldn't. I just wanna know because they say it's up to the officer's discretion if they're gonna tow it or not. I wanna know, is there really a law? I'm towing my car in.
Yes, it's a city ordinance, and it's a state law, that if you allow a person who has to drive your car, if you're testing it, it can get towed, okay? And it got towed, in the story.
But it also provides her.
If you wanna testify when it's your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other statements? Okay. You want me to hear from your son?
Yes.
And, wait a minute,
I know, my,
Raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I mean, as far as everything else, this isn't, I know I did this hearing for my mother, and the hearing isn't even about the validity of the driving according to the ordinances. And I have the ordinances. This hearing is about the validity of it. And if you go and read case law, I can present case law as well that states that as long as the car is insured and the owner, because it's separated in case law, it's separated specifically in case law. If the owner shows up to get the vehicle, not the driver, the owner, if they have valid license and insurance, the car isn't to be towed. Even underneath city ordinance, it even states if the owner shows up before the car is hooked up, they're to give in their car free with no tow and no charge. And she was even willing and considering enough
I heard what your mother said.
well, to pay the hookup fee before, and it took over 30 minutes. So, I mean, the hearing, I still have my traffic hearing to go to. This hearing isn't about the traffic tickets itself. It's about the ordinance itself that supplies my mom with her guarantee that her vehicle should not have been seized, her personal property.
Okay.
And it's underneath that ordinance, I believe it's 3. And I have the ordinance written down and I submitted it to the courts. I mean, that's what this hearing is for, about that ordinance, sir. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Now I'm gonna ask the officer as to whether or not he was exercising his discretion as to whether or not to tow or not to tow. I know that the officers do have the discretion under certain circumstances. Obviously, if there is a sober licensed driver in the car, probably the officer would let that person drive the car. But since there wasn't a sober licensed driver in the car, he has to make another decision. Why did you make your decision?
Your Honor, the reason I made my decision, this clearance car has been stopped for driving while suspended several times prior to that date.
Okay. Yeah, so the officer recognized you as being a constant driving while suspended person, and so he's making that decision, and he has a right to do that. Okay? You don't get breaks when you keep violating the law.
I'm not asking for a break. I'm just asking for.
Your mother to get a break.
No, I'm just asking not to be extorted out of $500 from a tow truck place.
Okay, good. Well, anyway, under the circumstances, I do determine that the tow was a valid tow. The city had a right to tow the vehicle, and the consequences of it being towed are some expenses. And that's up to the registered owner or the driver to who shares those expenses, but the tow was valid.
And may I get the forms for an appeal on this?
That's the end of it, okay?
There's no appeal?
I don't know if you want to appeal this.
Yes, I would like to appeal this, sir.
If you listen to me, if you want to appeal this, I would suggest that you contact an attorney about it, because appealing something from Medford Municipal Court to Jackson County Circuit Court is really quite technical. And I would suggest if you're serious about appealing it, you contact someone who gives you some good legal advice.
Well, this is civil, right? I'm just asking a question. This is a civil matter right now, right? Am I right or wrong? So, in all civil, I'm not trying to be argumentative, sir. I'm asking an honest question. This is a civil matter, right?
It's a civil matter as to.
So in all civil proceedings, I have a right to an appeal.
He
Well,
said you
excuse
didn't.
me.
But no, he's telling me contact a lawyer. They are,
If you have the right to appeal, and if you want to do it by yourself, make sure you do it correctly. Otherwise.
I know how to do it correctly.
Okay, good. Take this note, and the tow was valid. And do
So-
not drive, period.
I'll
You do
file
not
a
have
appeal.
license, you're suspended.
Well,
Don't
if
be driving your
you,
mother's car
I read your
without
charter,
driving
sir.
anything.
I've read your charter.
Yes.
Your
okay.
charter protect my common law rights.
Right, good.
Does do it or do it not. Underneath Article Amendment number 2, underneath your charter, my common law rights are protected.
Yes.
That's underneath you, Your Honor. Common law rights are protect persons' private property and everything else.
Now,
Okay,
the hearing.
I have your oath of office.
I know. You're finished, and I made my decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whenever they see him.
No, you gotta get that so I can appeal it.
Yeah, you can have a copy of the order saying that I found that the tow was valid. Thank you.
Thank you.
You just gotta appeal it.
I mean, every time they see you, you're soft.
I will. I'll just appeal it. Come on, Jay. Come on. I'll start teaching homeless people about their rights again. See how you like that one? You wanna call me a real nuisance? No, you only got an amount of time to appeal this, Mom. Here, hold on. I'm gonna go to this window.